Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Rashford to Arsenal. That would be quite brilliant. This transfer is one that everybody's been talking about in recent days. Marcus Rashford to Arsenal and why this transfer could break the Premier League, what exactly is in for the football club Arsenal. This is the Arsenal chapter, and my name is Abu Kaus. So, Arsenal fans, imagine Marcus Rashford, one of England's most electrifying football players, wearing the red of Arsenal instead of Manchester United. It sounds unbelievable, but rumors are swirling about the potential shock transfer this January. And today we're going to be exploring why this move should or could break the Premier League and what it would definitely mean for Arsenal's title ambitions. So I must say, I'll stick around as we break down Rashford's statistics, his role at Manchester United, and how would he fit into Mikel Arteta's system. Could this transfer really happen? Let's find out. First of all, Marcus Rashford's career so far is something we're going to be looking into. Let's start with a quick look at Marcus Rashford's journey and I must say why the football club Arsenal need him and why he's one of the most talked about football players in the Premier League at this moment. And it's been a talk for quite a long period of time. So first, let's talk about breakthrough at Manchester United. Marcus Rashford burst into the scene in 2016, scoring twice on his Europa League debut, and then again in his Premier League debut, and that was quite good. And that was against Arsenal. So since then, he's been racked up. He's actually racked up over 350 appearances and scored more than 120 goals for the football club Manchester United. But talking about recent form, Marcus Rashford had one of his best campaigns, scoring 30 goals across all competitions. However, this season has been inconsistent with both Manchester United and Rashford struggling for form. Definitely, you cannot blame him. Partly you could, but Manchester United is struggling anyway, and they have done miserably without him. For those of you who watched Manchester United versus Bournemouth, without him, United were beaten hands down 3-0. So why Arsenal needs the football player? Why does Arsenal need the football player Marcus Rashford? Why should Arsenal target Marcus Rashford? Here's why. First of all, versatility. Rashford can play as a left winger, a striker, or even on the right. His flexibility would definitely give Mikel Arteta endless options in attack. So a goal scoring, talking about goal scoring ability, Rashford's pace and finishing make him a constant threat in transition, which complement Arsenal's high intensity style perfectly. I must say, he could be that football player that Arsenal need. So he's also got big game experience. At the age of just 26, Rashford has played in numerous finals and big matches for both Manchester United and England. That experience could be invaluable, for the football club Arsenal in Champions League and Premier League title race. So, and he's got a point to prove to Manchester United because at the moment he's not at good terms with Armand Robben, the current Manchester United manager. So if he moves out, he will be wanting to prove the look. I'm still the best striker. So if he gets into the hands of Mikel Arteta, that would definitely be good. Comparing comparison to current options at the club Arsenal, how does Marcus Rashford compare to the current attackers? So looking at Martinelli versus Rashford, both football players love cutting in front. They in they love cutting in actually from the left, but Rashford's finishing ability and experience give him the edge in tight games. Now let's compare Bukayo Saka and Marcus Rashford. Saka is Arsenal's creative force, while Rashford offers a more direct and a passive threat. So together they could form one of the deadliest winger duos in Europe. And for those of you who've seen them play in the England squad, you definitely know what I'm talking about. So depth and rotation is one other thing, you know. So signing Marcus Rashford would allow Mikel Arteta to rotate his attackers more effectively, keeping everyone fresh for the business until the end of the season. So transfer fees and the feasibility, we need to be more realistic about this. Let's discuss the logistics of signing a football player like Marcus Rashford, and this time Marcus Rashford himself. Rashford is valued at around 80 million euros, but Manchester United might be reluctant to sell to a direct rival. That is something we need to understand. So contract situation, Marcus Rashford signed a new contract recently, but if he's unhappy, Arsenal could test Manchester United's waters. Manchester United's waters could be tested by the football club Arsenal. Arsenal could also test United's resolve with a big offer. So the likelihood of a deal being realistic, while it's quite rare for Manchester United to sell to Arsenal. Recent examples like Robin van Persie show that it is not impossible. Anything can happen. And how Rashford fits into Mikel Arteta's system? How would he fit into Mikel Arteta's system? How would Marcus Rashford fit into this tactically? So let's explore. Let's explore everything you need to know about this. Rashford could slot in on the left with Martinelli moving to the central role or being used as an impact substitute. So, as a striker, if needed, Marcus Rashford could lead the line in a 4-3-3 using his pace and movement to stretch the defenses. So, a front three of Rashford, Saka, and Martinelli would be one of the most dynamic and unpredictable in the Premier League. That would definitely be interesting to watch. I would like to watch that. So, why this transfer could break the Premier League? Why do you think so? Why do you think this transfer could break the Premier League? Here's why this move would shake up the Premier League big time. So, boosting Arsenal's title chances, adding Rashford to Arsenal's attack could provide the extra firepower needed to dethrone Manchester City and also make sure that Liverpool is not keeping at the top of the table, making sure that Chelsea also, which has been playing quite well recently, that stands in the second position, that could be no more. So taking one of Manchester United's key players would send a strong message to the rest of the league about Arsenal's competition, and also unlocking Rashford's full potential is yet another thing we need to talk about. So under Mikel Arteta's guidance, Marcus Rashford could take his game to the next level, similar to how Mikel Arteta has transformed Bukayo Saka and Martinelli. So risks and also concerns is another thing we need to get into. Of course, no transfer is without risks. Let's address them right about now. Adapting to Arsenal's system, Rashford has spent his entire career at the football club Manchester United. Would he adapt quickly to Mikel Arteta's high-intensity system? That is a question that we need need to ask ourselves. So, injury concerns. Marcus Rashford has struggled with injuries in the past, and Arsenal would need to manage his workload carefully. And also, a high transfer fee of 80 million euros is also another threat. So Arsenal will need to be sure that Marcus Rashford delivers consistently to justify the investment. And I must say, Marcus Rashford coming out recently and saying he is ready for a new challenge. That definitely means that he is ready to get out of the football club Manchester United, and him being ruled out of a few games now, that means they're preparing him to go, or he is definitely not very happy about staying at Manchester United. So, in conclusion, Marcus Rashford could be a transformative signing for Arsenal, and his versatility, experience, and goal scoring ability would make him a perfect fit for Mikel Arteta's system. But the question is, can Arsenal bring this offer? Can Arsenal pull off this absolute blockbuster move? Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about this transfer, Arsenal fans? Should Arsenal go all out for Marcus Rashford, or are there other options that Arsenal could go for? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video breakdown, do not forget to give this video a like. Do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on any Arsenal content that you need to know. This is Abu Kaus, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye for now.